this to me is the kind of match that really just sort of reflected that same spirit. It was not good.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say that it was horrible, but all four of these ladies can do so much better. Yes, I'm including Carmella in that.
Hey, in all seriousness, I'm seriously enjoying the level of improvement that Carmella is showing. She's way better than when she was.
Compared to when she first entered the actual WWE, like SmackDown, leaps and bounds. The character is better. The wrestling is markedly improved. It just didn't happen. Mm-hmm. There are some nights where it just doesn't work. Okay, and this happened to be one of them.
Yeah, it happens to everybody. When you've got the opportunity for the women to compete like the men, that's also subject to the same type of flaws and shortcomings that anyone will.
The men have off days, the women have off days. And I love Becky Lynch, but she had an off day. Yeah. I like Natalya Styles. She had an off day. Naomi is Botch Queen, and she had an off day. Yeah. And Carmella has improved in leaps and bounds since he came in, but she had an off day. It'll happen, and the lead up to WrestleMania, okay, everybody has their off days, everybody has their on days. The lead up to WrestleMania could be great for the women's division in SmackDown, especially with what happened later on. But as for that show, no.
Quite. That's our way of saying, it's okay, ladies, we still love you. But in the meantime, we also have another tag team match for tonight. We've got the Usos defeating the New Day by disqualification. Why disqualification? Because
the Bludgeon Brothers came out and bludgeoned. That's it.
Bludgeon Brothers gonna bludgeon?
That's my new thing, because the people I was with, okay, they went out to smoke a cigarette, and I knew what was coming because we were a little behind, and people started freaking out on Twitter, including Scholar Jeff and Scholar Tarek,
as we have a tendency to do.
About what was going on. So I paused the feed as they were going out, and they were like, no, play it. And I was like, no, trust me, I've heard good things. Okay, and they're not really a fan of the Bludgeon Brothers, mostly because of the get-up, and they think the whole coming down with bludgeons is stupid. But I was like, just wait for it. I think you'll get on board with what happens here. And trust me, by the end of this segment, they were fully on board with the Bludgeon Brothers. Because, as I've said so far in this review, Bludgeon Brothers are gonna bludgeon. And yes, they did. Completely. Every superstar in this match at the beginning of it were dead by the end of it.
And you know what? If their goal was to show up, make an impact, make a name for themselves, then guess what? You boys did it. It worked.
I'm like, this is what the Bludgeon Brothers need to do. Okay? No cutting promos. The Bludgeon Brothers don't need to cut a promo.
They just need to bludgeon.
They need to do what they did last night. What they did at Fastlane. And just come out. Okay. Kill the opposition. I love the fact that they actually used the bludgeons. That's cool. Or what was it? Hammers? What do they got?
Well, technically, I guess hammers can be bludgeons.
Yeah. Everything they did, you could feel it through the screen. I'm like, I don't know if all the things they did were as stiff as they looked, But it actually looked like Xavier Woods' head snapped off of the steel steps. It actually looked like they murdered him. And and they left everybody in a heap, like not moving, and then just walked out like nothing happened. I'm like, that is exactly what they need to do on a regular basis for me to stay invested in them. This is their niche. Okay, we don't need any weird Luke Harper, Eric Rowan promos. Come out, annihilate your opposition, leave.
Yes, and just to clarify, dictionary.com, the definition of bludgeon. Noun, a short, heavy club with one end weighted to, or thicker or and heavier than the other, aka a giant hammer. Or as a verb, definition 1, to strike or knock down with a bludgeon. Or 2, to force into something, coerce, or bully.
Well, they certainly did that.
Yes, they did.
And now they basically got themselves a tag team title match at WrestleMania for it.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna happen. And the match leading up to it was standard New Day, Usos fair. It was good.
Yeah. Then again, there's not much these two could do anyway.
I'm not going to say it was great because we were all waiting for something to happen.
And we got it.
We got it in a big way, and that's what made this match memorable. Mm-hmm. This is the Bludgeon Brothers coming out party right here. This got the casual fans I was with invested in them all the way because they were staring at the screen in awe as the massacre was happening, and they legit thought Xavier Woods was seizuring and dead on top of the steel steps. Yeah, they were like, they did something wrong because that's not right. I'm like, no, Xavier Woods is a good actor. No, he's hurt. No, he might have a headache when he gets to the back, but he'll get off that stretcher.
Oh, either way, congratulations to you, gentlemen. You got us all. You gave us what we wanted to see.
I can honestly say, like, from this pay-per-view, that's the one thing I will remember. That's
honestly, you're right.
This pay-per-view was basically paint by numbers. Really, when you think about it, there's two things that I'm gonna remember, and the Bludgeon Brothers just coming out and killing everybody is one of them. Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of memorable moments, let's move on to the next match in the card, which contains another one of my memorable moments. We've got Charlotte Flair defeating Ruby Riott. And then after the match, we had Asuka come out and officially announce her formal challenge for the title at WrestleMania.
The problem I had with this match in the beginning was that they had killed the Riott Squad enough for me that I didn't believe that Ruby Riott deserved a title shot from what they had shown us since the debut, if you get me.
I can see that.
Watching this match, okay, Ruby Riott looks like she deserves the title shot and more. Okay, this was really good.
Oh, yeah.
It was. Okay. The problem is you knew what the finish was going to be. You knew that Ruby Riott wasn't going to win. Mm-hmm. Okay, as much as someone was saying maybe otherwise in the prediction show, mm-hmm. Mr. Optimism over here was saying maybe. No, everybody knew going in that Charlotte was not losing, especially because we had a feeling what was coming after the match. But for the match itself, okay, first of all, the finish was overbooked. Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't think they needed Becky Lynch, Naomi, the rest of the Riott Squad out there. It made the end of the match kind of meh. Okay, everything before everybody came out was great. And it was just something to show the Riot Squad trying to be dicks, trying to be bitches, and whatever, trying to get that over, and it really took away from the match. I think everything else was good, okay, and Charlotte won as expected, and then what happened afterwards was awesome.
Yeah, again, what you're right on spot when you're talking about this show coming across as very paint by numbers. But when it comes together like it did for Asuka and coming out and actually announcing her intention to challenge for the title, we knew that was going to happen, but the execution, that's what we wanted to see. The execution worked.
It's the whole thing. We knew that the match was filler. It was a filler championship match to get to the meat and potatoes of what's coming at WrestleMania. Therefore, it kind of took the wind out of its sails a little bit, knowing that in the match with Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura, we had a good feeling that Nakamura was going to win. But they made us believe that Rusev had a shot during the match. I never felt that in this match. Charlotte, it was never in doubt for me. There was never that moment where I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, although I do have to say, I'm still a big fan of Ruby Riott. The sky's the limit with her.
With her showing in this match, I wouldn't be surprised if she gets the title soon after they scrap that whole Riot Squad thing. I don't want the other two anywhere near it. I think the Ruby Riott deserves a shot on her own.
Totally agreed. Unfortunately,
as she's shackled with this storyline, I don't want to see her anywhere near the title picture again until this shit's over.
That makes two of us.
Yeah, but as I said, it's the salad before the meat and potatoes. The salad was good, but now we're getting the real meal.
Now we're getting the main course. And speaking of main course, we've got our main event of the evening. AJ Styles wins the six-pack challenge, as we expected. So now it's official. It's Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Oh joy.
This was another quotable match for me. Because now whenever Baron Corbin is attacking somebody outside the ring, I'm going to be like, there's going to be a murder! Because as he's running through the crowd after Dolph Ziggler, and just before he takes him through the, the plexiglass barricade over there, I was like, he's just kind of staring at Dolph Ziggler, and I'm like, there's going to be a murder. And right after that, he runs him through the plexiglass. And I was like, oh, look, there was a murder.
Oh, boy.
And I'm like, Baron Corbin is at his best in multi-man matches. Have you noticed that?
You know what? I have not noticed it until this day.
Because there's never a multi-man match that he's in that is bad. There's plenty of singles matches that he's in that aren't up to snuff. But when he's a piece of the puzzle and not the main pie,
it works.
It works.
It really does.
And that's basically the story of this match. This was basically a vehicle to set up WrestleMania. Okay.
Absolutely.
Except for Baron Corbin. Actually, there might be something there between Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. With the murder and such.
With the murder and such. There might be something there, with the murder and such.
Yeah. But you've got the John Cena losing and